Hello, thanks for tuning in. Today we wanted to take a look at the Harbor Freight Quantum Rechargeable Pocket Pen Light. It's listed as a 2-in-1 function, high and low, 140 lumens. It's got a 130-foot range, up to 5-hour runtime, and I'm going to assume that's on low. Comes with a micro USB charging cord. So some of the features it says are powerful 140 lumen output, durable aluminum housing, weather-resistant housing for use in harsh elements, high and low modes, spring steel pocket clip for secure carry, aluminum sleeve charging port cover, which is what I really like. If you see there with that arrow right there, that slides down to uncovered charging port. So easy on-off access. So battery charging is you pull the cover down, you insert the USB charging cable, and it basically charges up. It's got a little red and green LED indicator. So we'll take a look at it. And right there, as you can see, it's got the clip. It's got a knurled edge up here. It's pretty thin, and then it kind of gets a little thicker here at the end, but very, very little. And I guess to house that LED. That's the spring clip there. On this side, we do have a big power button, and it is a beefy power button, and you gotta really, really push it to get it to go, so it's not gonna click on in your pocket or anything like that. So as we see here, we'll slide down. That is that charging cover port, and it does turn red while it's charging, green when it's complete. And we'll go ahead and insert some videos of that now. Alright, the charging port, when you plug it in, will turn red while it's charging, and when it's green, it's done charging. Get that plugged in there, and as you can see, there is a little red LED in there, and on the other side is the green one that lights up when it's done charging. When you put this in, you just want to be mindful. I read some reviews about people saying that this charging port goes out. It's an $11 flashlight. Just be mindful of how you plug the charging port in, because I'm sure they skimped out in some spots. Just make sure it goes directly and squarely in, and don't try and feel for it or shove it in there blindly. Just be a responsible adult with it, and it should continue to work fine. Alright, and as you can see, it turns green when it's charged. Alright, as you've seen in the videos, it's pretty bright. To show you the red and green so you know it's charging and fully charged. And like I said, this is a good feature here. I like this because it will keep splashes out of there. It's not going to be 100% waterproof, but it will keep splashes and pocket lint out of there. As you can see, there's O-ring on there, so that's pretty good. The actual unit comes apart, and the instructions do say that the battery is replaceable. Let's get this thing off here. And it's just your standard push button. They say to remove this, peel this off, and then slide the battery out and cut the wires. I'm pretty sure that's for maybe recycling purposes, but if you're handy with soldering and everything, if this battery ever does go out, I'm pretty sure that you can probably find a suitable replacement online somewhere. This was on sale for just under $12. And the quality and looks feel good. I mean, it's got a little divot here, so you can kind of grab it and click it. Take a look at the LED here. It's a single LED. It looks like it's pre-focused. And I'll just turn it on real quick to show. And as you can see, it is extremely bright. That's low, and that's high. And we'll go ahead and show some outdoor shots at nighttime now. We're going to test the Quantum Pen Light from Harbor Freight. You can't see it in the video, but about 100 feet away there's a small barn. So we're going to shine it on low first and then high and see if we can see it out there. That's low. And that's high. So there you can see it out there. It's low. And that's high. Alright, just wanted to show what it would do indoors in like a hallway or something. This is low. And this is high. As you can see, it's very effective. Okay, as you've seen in the night shots, this is a very capable light. It does extremely well. I've carried this in my pocket for a while and it doesn't turn on. It stays charged for a good bit. We'll go ahead and test the total time this thing can stay on. Alright, now we're going to test how long this light can actually run. We are going to put it into high mode. It's fully charged. And we're going to go ahead and start the timer as soon as we click the button. And there it is. It's in high. And we will leave it here running to see how long it will actually run for. Alright, we've had this thing on high for about just over 2 hours, 2 hours and 2 minutes, and it is starting to dim out, but it is still lit, and that is on high. So if we get about 2.5 hours out of this thing, I won't run the low test because that's about half the time that they said the low would run for about 5.5 hours. So if it comes in at 2.5 hours or so, we can assume that it's going to last 4 to 5 hours on low. Okay, we're coming up on 3 hours of running on high. The light gets warm to the touch, but not hot. It gets a little warm, but if you see, it's still lit. It is pretty dim, but it will still give you some type of light output. At 3 hours, I think that this has more than improved itself. The instructions seem to be on par with the time that the low would be on, because if it's running on high about 3 hours, still giving out light, that's more than half of the time it advertises on low for 5 to 5.5 hours. So I think it'll definitely pass the low test, so I'm not going to waste the time and go through that. Alright, so overall we've seen all the features, everything that this thing can do. Overall, I think this, for the price of under $12, this is probably one of the best everyday carry flashlights that you can get, whether it be for someone in the electrical field, mechanic, or just a prepper or anybody. This is definitely a good EDC carry flashlight. It fits well in the pocket. We'll take a look at the length real quick. Alright, and on the flashlight itself, from the very edge of the button, we're about just over 5, let's see, it's 5.5. So 5.75 is what we're looking at. So almost 6 inches long. Like I said, it fits well in the pocket. It is a very good light. And for the price, I don't think you can beat it. So grab them while they're still on sale. You can give them out as gifts, everything. And like I said, it's just a handy light. And it being rechargeable with that protective cover really shows some attention to detail here, and that Harbor Freight is coming a long way. This is item number 56511, the Quantum Pocket Rechargeable Pen Light. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.